St. Louis hosted the 1904 Olympics, and this team of six high schoolers dominated, yet their story remains largely unknown. These girls attended Fort Shaw Indian School, which was a boarding school in north central Montana, and basically this place was designed to assimilate Native American children to European American culture. The game of basketball was introduced to Fort Shaw girls in the late 1890s, and by the early 1900s, both the team and the sport were taking off in a big way. Though there were different rules and styles of play for men and women at this time, the Fort Shaw girls only knew one way, and that was to play by the rules of the men's game, and this led to them being way more physical and way more dominant than all of their competition. This regional dominance led to them getting an invitation to compete in the 1904 Olympic Games in St. Louis, as well as participate in the World's Fair that was also taking place in St. Louis at the time. Their participation in the fair was far less glamorous than the Olympics, as they were required to be human displays in the Anthropology Days section of the fair. Essentially, this area was a human zoo, and it forced Native people to do quote-unquote realistic, but more so stereotypical things like sit in huts and do different games and activities that stereotype Native people. Just as a quick aside, while I'll always be extremely proud of the fact that St. Louis has hosted events like this, it's okay to be honest about the fact that it wasn't perfect either, which you could say about 99% of human history. After a summer of participating in the fair and playing 2 basketball games a week, a gold medal game was set for Fort Shaw to square off against the Missouri All-Stars. The All-Stars were a team of both current and former players at St. Louis's Central High School, which was essentially a local dream team. This matchup was highly anticipated, and as you can see here, Fort Shaw dominated the Missouri All-Stars. The teams squared off in 2 separate matches, and I do not exaggerate when I say that Fort Shaw outscored the All-Stars 41-8 across the 2 games. The team went back to Montana as gold medalists, and though their story is not as well known as it should be, they remain one of the most influential basketball teams of all time.